I wanted to make a video today about some things that I've been thinking about, and hopefully the ideas that I've been thinking about can impact you, and teach you something. I love teaching, and if I could give you some insight into something you've been thinking about, I think that would be good. What I wanted to talk about today was the dreams that we have that we think is going to solve our problems. And I don't want to like confuse people and make them feel like, make you guys feel like, or even myself feel like I can't strive for those things. But I think one thing that's been instilled in me is that if I make a lot of money, then a lot of my problems would go away. But time and time again, and for example, what sparked this thought was reading Matthew Perry's book, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. Whoever doesn't know who Matthew Perry is, that's Chandler from Friends. Whoever doesn't know that. But I assume that this person is doing well in life. And it's always intrigued me to be that person that's doing well in life. But there's also the part of me that knows that even if I climb the highest mountain in whatever endeavor I choose, like, it's still not going to fix that thing that's deep inside that kind of like wants to be nourished. And I don't want to confuse people and make them feel like they can't do this stuff and it's bad, and it's not. But I think there's just something more to it that always bugs me. And it's just so interesting to me that like people become so successful, but then they write a book on how like it's not enough. And that kind of just makes me wonder, because although I never suffered, I never had like where I've become wildly successful, and like I just had like a lot of money, and that's a very rare experience. But like I've always been interested in that. I think a lot of people are interested in that. And as I think about it and talk about it, and as I reflect on thoughts that I've had in the past, like I think I do get a little discouraged to follow that stuff. I get discouraged because it's like, well, if that doesn't fix it, the feeling, then what will? And again, I think I probably have to preface again, like, I don't think that stuff is bad, and I'm not going to stop doing that stuff. Like, try to be the best and set goals, but I think that I want to live a fulfilling life, and I think that this is kind of like what I was thinking. Like, if you don't find fulfillment in your everyday life, the goals won't mean anything when you get there. And living a fulfilling life, from my experience, is enjoying the day that you have and the opportunities that you have, and not looking for the end goal as the thing that's going to fix your self-esteem or the thing that's going to fix you as a person. Right now I'm thinking about Batman talking to Flash. Yeah, I love the Flash, the DC version. I've watched it multiple times, but cannot remember his name, so I apologize for that. But there's a scene in there, and if you watch it, then you'll recall this, where the Flash has found out that he can go back in time and he could fix certain things in himself, fix certain traumas, his mom passing away. And that one scene where Batman's sitting outside of his house or his apartment, and the Flash is like, and I'm sorry for just using the Flash, I really do apologize, but the Flash is talking to Batman, and the Flash is saying like, I could fix it. I could finally, I could fix, my dad being in prison because they think he killed my mom. And Batman looks at him and with this wise tone says, like, there's nothing broken with you and there's nothing to be fixed. And that stuck with me because it's so true. We run around with our heads cut off and searching to fix ourselves. And please don't get confused the way that I'm speaking, because I don't think that you should stop trying to do things to improve your life and, fix things and, I don't know, make life a little bit more easy to live. But some people have this just deep rooted, like there's something wrong with me. And I mean, I've struggled with that a lot, and I still have to do that work on myself and realizations that, whatever goal that I set, whatever mountain that I climb, it won't be high enough. It won't be fulfilling enough because I'm operating on a premise that I'm fundamentally broken. To try to fix your life off of the fundamental premise that you're broken won't stop the pain. You think you're broken inside because of how us as a society can really break people. I mean, throughout history, like, we've broken a lot of people. I mean, we break ourselves. But I think it's good to remember that in the chaos, in the brokenness that you feel, that you matter, and that life was meant to be that way. And when we start to learn how to accept that, we can grow out of our never-ending chase to fix ourselves deeply. Like, that you are a problem. I feel like that's the deep-rooted thing. That I'm a problem and I need to fix it. So I love that movie, The Flash, and the way Batman goes back and forth. And you even learn in the movie, like, it changed so much, and it almost turned the Flash into somebody who was like demon-like. It was like, it's just someone who's not well. And I guess for whoever's watching, it's like, you need to stop believing that you're fundamentally broken. And that doesn't mean go do whatever you want to do, but like, it's not the goal that's gonna fix it. It's the everyday life of getting to the goal that makes life fulfilling, and your life in general is fulfilling. It's because of who you are. When you could see those parts, and I'm not saying you're gonna, be a guru and live like that, because not all of us can do that. But if you could see glimpses of it, I mean, it gives you some sort of peace within yourself. You make peace with God. You make peace with, whatever. Yourself. When you could do that, sometimes, I think it gives people relief. Like, it definitely gives me relief to understand that, when I watch that scene, it resonates with me. It always calms me down, because when you hear Batman saying, like, you're not broken and don't be like me, it's like, yeah, like, that's exactly what I believe. Like, I'm broken. I gotta go to the past and I gotta fix everything, and I gotta make sure this is in place, that's in place, so we can fix that, and we can fix this, and we can fix that, so everything can work perfectly. I guess stop the chase. and accept your challenges, accept your setbacks, accept the mountain you want to climb. I mean, maybe you want to climb a big mountain. For me, like, you know, when I think of climbing a big mountain, I think of dang, and I forgot the show, the man that climbs, I mean, it's on Netflix. He climbs El Cap, which is in California, and he does it without any gear. And when he gets to the top, like, he even comments for himself, like, he feels a sense of satisfaction when he gets to the top, like a sense of happiness. But he even comments that, like, it'd only be like for like 5 or 10 minutes that he did that perfectly. And I feel like that was it meant a lot to me to watch that, because I feel like life is like that. And like, you'll get to that big goal and it'll give you satisfaction for like 5-10 minutes that you did a nice job, a smile on your face, like a, you know, bliss for 10 to 15 minutes. And then you'll wake up the next day like nothing happened. But I mean, such an accomplishment. That is truly a miracle. You know, that documentary was beautiful. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want him to risk his life. I mean, they think he did another one after that, but I wouldn't want somebody to risk their life. But the way he did it was so beautiful. And like, I mean, standing ovation, you know. But he has to live with that and be able to look back and be proud on that. And that's good for him. And I'm sure that brings him to more opportunities to take care of his family and, you know, increase his skill in art and something that he loves. Like, for me, like, I love talking and I love talking to people. Like, you know, whatever milestone I reach, like, I want to be able to look back and say I did that. But I don't want it to be the thing that cures me, the thing that, you know, fixes my I'm not enough problem, because it won't. So, you know, just think, it's just food for thought. Just think about it. You know, are you operating from a premise that you're broken? Or are you operating from an acceptance of your life and the totality of it, the good things, the bad, and the upward motion, and the waking up every day and doing your life, your chores, being with your family, going to work, you know, doing whatever that thing is you do every day. You know, just don't forget that you're not broken. And that's about it. And I will see you on the next video.